Hello and welcome to the MSTAR training session to raise inquiries against the indents. Inquiries are like asking for information and cost for an item from a supplier, and inquiries are raised against approved indents, and multiple inquiries can be raised using the same indent for multiple vendors. So let us see the steps to raise the inquiry. Click on the MSTAR button and select Module Purchase. The name of the module appears in the main screen, which means that you're now working in the Purchase module. Then click on the button Activities and select the screen Purchase Enquiry. As the screen opens, by default the consumable option is ticked. In case you want to raise an inquiry for a non-consumable item, then click on the circle next to the non-consumable text, and in this case you will be raising the inquiry against non-consumable approved indents. Let us raise an inquiry for a consumable item. The inquiry date appears by default on opening the screen, and the same can be changed if required. The valid till date is the validity till the inquiry is applicable or valid, and this date can be entered for as a future date also. The fields raised by and approved by shows by default the name of the employee whose OMB card is used to open the screen. And now let us select an indent against which we will raise an inquiry. For that, click on button Select Indents, and a small screen Select Indent opens. The screen shows us the list of all the approved indents along with the date and the approved status. It is also showing us the indent number. To select an indent from the list, click on the row of the indent, and the details of the indent appears in the grid in the main screen. So the grid shows us the following columns: the serial number, item code, which is based on the item description, the item description, which are the items as per the indent selected, the UOM of the item, the quantity as per the indent, required by date as per the indent, and the indent reference number, which is the indent number, and the remarks, which is also coming either from requisition or the indent screen. We can update the following columns, that is the quantity. If required, the quantity can be changed in the inquiry. Required by date can also be changed. Indent reference number. On clicking on the indent reference number, the drop down shows only those indent number for the item in which it is listed. So for specific to the item, the indent reference numbers are shown. And remarks can also be updated. The maximum number of characters that are allowed in remarks column are 100, and both text and numbers can be entered, whereas special characters limited to comma, dot, slash and dash can be entered. Now click on the box next to the supplier, and it will display the list of all the suppliers. Select a supplier against which the inquiry needs to be raised. After this, if you want to add more items to be raised as an inquiry to the selected supplier, then you can click on the Add button and a new row gets added. After this, click on the box in the column Item Description and select another item. As you select the item code and its UOM gets displayed. Enter the quantity of the item required and required by date. Now if you click on the indent reference number, you will see that the indent number where the item was listed shows. You can select the indent number and enter any remarks as required. After entering these relevant details, click on the button Save, and the data saving confirmation message is displayed. Click OK on the confirmation message and the screen gets refreshed. Now our inquiry has been saved. Let us go back and see the inquiry that we just saved. Click on the consumable option and click on button view. Now when we click on the button view, it opens a small window, Purchase Enquiry Selection. It lists the list of all the inquiries that has been created against the respective supplier. Click on the row of the inquiry and the details as entered appears in the main screen. The inquiry can further be updated if required. Click on the clear button and now you can repeat these steps to create the inquiries against different or same indent for multiple suppliers. Now after we have prepared certain inquiries, let us see how to view the existing inquiries. For that, first select the option consumable or non-consumable against which the inquiries are raised and needs to be viewed. Click on button view. A new window, Purchase Enquiry Selection, opens. In this, it lists out all the inquiries which have been raised against various suppliers. In case there are multiple inquiries, then you can enter a search parameter in the box against search parameter and click on button go. On doing so, as per the search parameter entered, it will list out all the list of inquiries. Then click on an inquiry row and the details of the inquiry gets displayed on the main screen. In case you want to update, you can continue to update or save the inquiry. Click on the clear button to clear the screen and continue viewing other inquiries as required. Now let us see how to add or remove items from an inquiry. Select an option consumable or non-consumable for which inquiry needs to be viewed. Click on the view button and from the window Purchase Enquiry Selection, select an inquiry for updation. As you click on the inquiry number, the details of the inquiry appears on the main screen. To add an item, click on the add button and select an item by clicking on the box in the item description column. The item code and the unit of measurement for the selected item gets displayed. Enter the quantity for which the inquiry needs to be raised and enter the required by date. It has to be entered in the date format, which is date, month and year. Enter the indent reference number. So for a selected item, all the indents which has the selected item will get displayed, and just select the indent reference number from the list. Enter any remarks if required and click on the save button. The data saving confirmation message is received. Now let us delete an item from an inquiry we just saved. So we have selected the inquiry again, and to delete an item, click on the serial number of the item row and click on delete button available next to the grid. The item row gets highlighted for deletion. Items from only those inquiries can be removed which has not been approved in a quotation. So click on the button save and the data saving confirmation message is received. Click OK on the confirmation message and click on the view button and select the inquiry again. You will now see that the deleted row is no more appearing in the inquiry. Click on the clear button to clear the screen and repeat these steps to update, that is to add or remove other items from inquiries. Thank you for watching this video.